Jetzt gucken wir die mysteriösen Mysteries. Unsolved Mysteries, die nicht gelöst werden können. Let's go!
All things that cannot be explained remain an intriguing conversation topic. The true creepiness of the world is that despite all of our advanced technology, there's still so many unsolved mysteries. So from a girl who claims to remember details of a past life to mysterious lights seen above Brazil, here we have 5 unsolved mysteries.
Yes, das klingt spannend.
On September the 15th, 2007, residents in southern Peru near the Bolivian border reported a massive explosion that rocked the village moments after a fireball appeared in the sky. Soon after, boiling water and steam emerged from the crater formed by the meteorite impact, and a strange smell appeared in the area. Over 200 villagers reported illness and numerous animals in the village died. Government inspectors and police officers arrived in the area of the impact crater, but were all taken ill as well, suffering vomiting. A state of emergency was then declared. Speculation points towards a bizarre reaction of arsenic, sulfur-bearing rocks and groundwater with the meteorite, causing the village to be bathed in a chemical soup of rapidly forming chemicals at the impact site. It's also been suggested that the Earth's atmosphere failed to provide protection due to the elevation of the impact.
Hä? Ja, aber dann war das doch gelöst. Das Mysterium. Wurden wir hier wieder geklickbaitet? Verstehe ich nicht. I smell lies.
Since August the 20th, 2007, several detached human feet have been discovered on the coast of the Salish Sea in British Columbia, Canada and Washington, USA.
What the
The
fuck?
feet belong to 5 men, 1 woman and 3 other people of unknown sex. Of the 16 feet found, only 2 have been left feet. Both of these were matched with the right feet. As of February 2012, only 5 feet of 4 people have been identified. It's not known to whom the rest of the feet belong.
Oh mein Gott, stellt euch vor, ihr seid im Urlaub, lauft so am Strand lang, habt vielleicht so ein Sunset, Romantic Moment und dann findet ihr einfach einen Fuß. Aber so einen linken, nicht den rechten.
In addition, several hoax feet have been planted in the area. As of early 2016, 16 feet have been found in the Canadian province of British Columbia and 4 in the US state of Washington. In July 2008, it was announced that 1 foot had been identified by Vancouver police using DNA. It belonged to a man who was depressed and probably committed suicide. His identity was withheld on request of his family.
Hä, aber wieso denn ein Fuß? Also selbst wenn der irgendwie von der Brücke gejumpt ist oder keine Ahnung, wo ist denn der Rest von seinem Körper hin? Und warum sind es immer Füße?
These foot discoveries are not the first ones on British Columbia's coast. On July the 30th, 1914, the Vancouver Sun reported that recent arrivals from Kimsquit reported a human leg encased in a high boot was found on a beach near the mouth of the Salmon River. It was thought the remains were from a man who had drowned on the river the previous summer. One was also found in Vancouver in 1887. The series of discoveries has been called astounding and almost beyond explanation, as no other body parts have turned up. The discoveries have caused speculation that the feet may be those of people who died in a boating accident or a plane crash in the ocean.
Aber wieso denn immer der Fuß? Hab Flipflops auf einer einsamen Insel in Griechenland gefunden und mitgenommen, aber ohne fair. Hä, aber das ist doch so seltsam. Also selbst wenn das jetzt im Bootsunfall oder Flugzeugabsturz schön und gut, aber wieso denn immer Füße? Also da müssen doch auch andere Körperteile angespült werden. So ein Arm oder ein Finger oder keine Ahnung, aber doch nicht immer ein Fuß.
One explanation is that some of the feet are those of 4 men who died in a plane crash in 2005 and whose bodies have never been recovered, though one of the feet has been determined to be from a female. Foul play has also been suggested, although none of the first 4 feet show tool marks. This does not rule out foul play. However, it's possible that the bodies could have been weighed down and disposed of, and the feet were separated due to natural decay. Determining the origin of the feet is complicated because ocean currents may carry floating items long distances, and because currents in the area can be unpredictable. A foot may float as far as 1,000 miles. Also, human feet have a tendency to produce a soap-like substance formed from body fat, which makes it hard for forensic scientists to find clues. Under optimal conditions, a human body may remain intact in water for as long as 3 decades, meaning that the feet may have been floating around for years. Another theory is that the feet belong to people who died in the Asian tsunami on December the 26th, 2004. However, finding feet and not the rest of the bodies has been deemed unusual.
Hey, das ist ja so strange. Also das klingt doch eigentlich eher nach jemandem, der da umgebracht hat und die Füße abgetrennt hat und die Füße da hingeschmissen hat, als irgendwas anderes, natürlicher Tod oder keine Ahnung. Das ist ja echt, also das ist mir ein bisschen zu sus hier.
Finding 2 feet has been given 1,000,000 to 1 odds.
Stell dir vor, ihr findet einfach beide Füße. Seid ihr dann ein glücklicher Mensch? Habt ihr dann Glück im Leben? Die Wahrscheinlichkeit, 2 Füße zu finden, liegt bei 1 zu 1.000.000, Alter. Was zur Hölle? Da springt der Samsung weg. Samsung hasst Füße. Ihr müsst ihm verzeihen. Jo, was für ein seltsamer Fun-Fact ist das denn? Die Wahrscheinlichkeit, 2 Füße zu finden, liegt bei 1 zu 1.000.000. Okay, danke für diese Info.
The finding of the 3rd foot made it the first time 3 such discoveries had been made so close to each other. Shanti Devi was born in Delhi, India.
Oh, die Geschichte kenne ich.
As a little girl in the 1930s, she began to remember details of a past life. The case was brought to the attention of Mahatma Gandhi, who set up a commission to investigate. A report was published in 19...
Der Fall ist für mich einer der absolut glaubwürdigsten Fälle von Reinkarnation, über die ich jemals gehört habe. Also den Fall wollte ich auch schon ganz lange behandeln für YouTube.
36. When she was about 4 years old, she told her parents that her real home was in Mathura, where her husband lived, about 145 kilometers from her home in Delhi. Discouraged by her parents, she ran away from home at age 6, trying to reach this location. Back home, she stated that in school she was married and had died 10 days after giving birth to a child. Interviewed by her teacher and headmaster, she knew words from the Mathura dialect and knew the name of her merchant husband, Kedarnath. The headmaster located a merchant by that name who had lost his wife. She had died 9 years earlier, 10 days after giving birth to a son. Her name was Lugdi Devi. Kedar travelled to Delhi pretending to be his own brother, but Shanti immediately recognised him and Lugdi Devi's son, as she knew several details of Kedar's life. He was soon convinced that Shanti Devi was indeed the reincarnation of Lugdi Devi. When Mahatma Gandhi heard about this case, he met the child and set up a commission to investigate. The commission travelled with Shanti to Kedar's home, arriving on November the 15th, 1935. There she recognised several family members, including the grandfather of Lugdi Devi. She then travelled home with her parents. The commission's report concluded that Shanti Devi was indeed the reincarnation of Lugdi Devi. Shanti Devi did not marry. She told her story again at the end of the 1950s, and once more in 1986 when she was interviewed. In this interview, she also related her near-death experiences when Lugdi Devi died. She even gave 24 accurate statements matching confirmed facts about Lugdi's life. Shanti Devi is one of the best cases of children's past life memories to ever be recorded.
Boah, sowas gibt mir immer fette Gänsehaut, ne? So Reinkarnationsstory, die halt wirklich so krass sind. Also die hat ja wirklich Sachen gesagt, die die Leute aus dem anderen Ort halt auch bestätigt haben und so. Und also wenn das fake ist, diese Story, dann muss ja dieses ganze Dorf da eingeweiht gewesen sein. Und ich glaube nicht, dass das der Fall war. Also für mich ist dieser Fall von Reinkarnation wirklich einer der glaubhaftesten überhaupt.
Chupas are mysterious objects or UFOs, allegedly seen at night in the eastern forests of mainly Brazil. They are described as smaller metallic-like objects that fly above the treetops. Since most people in the area are poor, they often go out during the night to hunt for food such as deer. To do this, they climb up in trees to await their prey. It's often during this period of waiting that hunters claim to spot the chupas. When they are seen, they are claimed to emit a bright white light. Instead of being just unidentified objects or lights, they are alleged to be lethal.
Ey, das sieht aus wie, ich weiß nicht, ob ihr das Video gesehen habt, aber ich habe mal so ein Video über Mysterien, glaube ich, war das, berichtet. Und da gab es auch so eine Unterwasserformation, die sah so ähnlich aus wie dieses Ding hier.
In some cases, people claim to have been hunted by them. It's claimed that this often results in all kinds of pains for days, sometimes years after the experience. In 1997, numerous UFOs were seen in many cities across Brazil. The UFOs fired light beams at people, causing injuries and sucking blood from 400 witnesses. Due to the shapes of scars found on witnesses, Local residents name them Chupa Chupa. It's also been claimed that some people have even died from the alleged lethal beams emitted by the chupas, and that some hunters have tried to shoot at them with no effect. Varginha UFO incident is the name given to a series of events involving the alleged sighting and capture by the military of an extraterrestrial being in Brazil in 1996. Such reports were first broadcast on local TV shows, and quickly gathered intensive media coverage worldwide, including an article in the Wall Street Journal. It's become one of the most famous cases in modern Brazilian ufology. The Brazilian government has officially denied any claims of being involved in the capture of extraterrestrial biological entities, but some theorists claim otherwise, accusing the government of a cover-up. According to media reports, the creature was first sighted by 3 sisters ranging from 14 to 21 years old. They allegedly saw the creature in the afternoon of January the 20th, 1996, a biped about 1.6 meters, with a large head and very thin body, with V-shaped feet, brown skin and large red eyes. It seemed to be wobbly or unsteady, and the girls assumed it was injured or sick. The sisters said they fled and told their mother they had seen the devil. The woman did not believe them until she went to the area where they'd seen the creature, and smelled a strong odour. They found nothing but its footsteps and a dog sniffing the place. After telling their family and friends, rumours began to spread throughout the city regarding UFO sightings. It's even said that alien creatures were being abducted by military forces. 2 days later, another creature was allegedly found lying on a road. 3 military trucks were supposedly sent to retrieve it. A similar creature was reportedly seen at a local zoo by its janitor. The following month.
Also, wenn Alien gefunden werden, und das ist ja das Traurige an der Menschheit, an unserer Rasse, die nehmen die einfach und tun die, wie nennt man? Sezieren die und keine Ahnung, bringen die erstmal schön um an denen zu studieren. Also wenn ich ein Alien wäre, ich würde meine Türen abschließen, wenn ich hier an der Erde vorbeifliegen würde, ich sag's euch.
Mysteriously died.
Ich glaube, Aliens haben keinen Bock auf die Scheiße hier auf unserer Erde. Also wenn ich ein Alien wäre, ich würde hier nicht herkommen. Das Universum ist so groß und wir leben auf einem scheiß Stein, der um eine Sonne kreist und müssen Steuern bezahlen. Rente kriegen wir keine. Steuern bezahlen. Also, ich würde ganz weit weg von unserer Erde fliegen. Ich dachte, du bist eins, ja. Hör doch auf, meine Tarnung hier auffliegen zu lassen. Plumo. Ich dachte, ich habe dich eingeweiht, richtig. So ein Humorschöner kann ja nicht von dieser Welt sein. Danke, dass du das so bemerkst, ja. Das würde ich so auf jeden Fall natürlich unterschreiben. Ich finde es krass, so darüber nachzudenken, über das ganze Universumsthema. Das sprengt einfach immer so meinen Kopf, ey. Das ist so hart. Aber also selbst wenn es außerirdisches Leben gibt, also ich glaube dran, ich fände es ziemlich ignorant zu glauben, wir sind in dieser Unendlichkeit des Universums alleine. Kann ich mir nicht vorstellen. Glaubt ihr an Aliens? Aber die Sache ist halt die, wenn du halt, weiß ich nicht, 400 Lichtjahre entfernt bist oder so, dann siehst du, also selbst wenn man auf unserem Planeten über die Entfernung sehen kann, dann sehen die ja nicht den Planeten, also die Erde, wie sie jetzt ist, sondern ja in der Vergangenheit. Das heißt, die würden uns ja gar nicht sehen, als Rasse, die wir jetzt heute sind. Und wenn die sich auf den Weg machen würden, und da würden die noch, keine Ahnung, Dinosaurier sehen oder keine Ahnung, und dann kommen die immer näher und dann sehen die die ganze Zeit was anderes und dann kommen die hier auf die Erde und auf einmal sehen die uns Menschen und denken sie so, what the fuck? Ich wollte Dinos sehen. Wisst ihr, was ich meine? Hier nochmal von Anfang, dieser erste.
Francis Levy was a dedicated firefighter during the 1920s. He loved his job and his peers loved him. He was a pleasant man, always ready with a smile and a helping hand. On April the 18th, 1924, Francis's colleagues became aware of a change in his demeanour. Suddenly, he was an unsmiling, grunting guy washing a large window at the Chicago Fire Department, not looking at anyone or talking. After a few minutes, Levy suddenly announced that he had a strange feeling, a feeling he might die that very
Das
day.
kenne ich, die Geschichte.
At that very moment, the phone rang and broke the heavy atmosphere brought on by the fireman's words. A fire was raging at a building quite a long way from the fire department, and no time was to be wasted. In just a few minutes, Francis and his fellow firefighters were on the scene, assessing the situation and helping those trapped on the top floors. Everything seemed to be on track to rescue everyone from the building. Then suddenly the flames engulfed the lower part of the building and the roof caved in. As soon as this happened, the walls came crashing down, pinning many people under the rubble, including Francis. His grim premonition came true. He lost his life that day trying to save others. The very next day, trying to come to terms with the loss of Francis, his colleagues sat at the firehouse thinking about the events of the previous day. Suddenly they noticed something strange on one of the windows. It looked like a handprint smudged onto the glass. Eerily, it was the very same window that Francis was busy washing the day before. The firemen cleaned the window again, but the print refused to disappear. For many years, the handprint remained on the window in spite of chemicals used to try.
War das nicht auch eine Folge von X-Factor? Ich glaube, ich habe das auch schon mal in irgendeinem Video erzählt, diese Story. Ich weiß aber nicht mehr in welchem, das ist schon übel lange her.
And remove it. The strange mystery remained unsolved, but came to an abrupt end when a newspaper boy threw a paper against the window in 1944, causing it to shatter into pieces. So that was 5 unsolved mysteries.
Das waren die Unsolved Mysteries. Ach komm, wir lassen mal ein Like da. Sind wir mal nicht so heute. Tschüssi!